saphinde sangena kwakhona siligqiza lika Open Studio at Cape Town TV ku channel 263 kwi DSTV yakho. Siyabhodisa ukwenje njalo. Igama lam ndingu-Athule Mazula. Today we are having another lovely show with a community activist. She is empowering a community through her salon. She's here to tell us more about herself and everything that she is doing. Hi.
Hello.
I do not know how often you hear this, but you're looking good, you're looking beautiful, you're looking like heaven.
Thank you so much.
It's so great to have you. Welcome. Let us start from the beginning. May you please introduce yourself to our viewers, and how was life when you were young? Who are you, and how was you at your young age? Not now.
Okay. So I'm Chante Herries. I'm 35 years old. I'm from Pargood, which is a very small community in the southern suburbs. I've always been a homosexual woman, transgender. Life hasn't always been easy within my community growing up. Life was terrible because at that time the stigma against homosexuality was very, very big, where people would basically throw you with stones, people will judge you, people will do such a lot of things to you, shoot you with pellet guns and all of those horrible things. And for me it was more like I need to do something with myself in order to basically grow up and basically be a mirror to those people within my community, especially seeing so many young gay individuals suffering and going through so many things where they're not being accepted by a community, by the family or friends. And for me it was all about just fighting so that I can basically be a role model, not only for myself, but to so many people within my community and basically society on a whole.
Dear, how did you come up with that positive mentality that I am going to face the world now, I am going to face it now, through all the challenges that you've been? How did you manage to overcome those challenges?
I think basically what happened was, especially when I was 13 years old and I went to high school.
13?
Yes, and I can remember the very first day in high school was traumatizing because people were making fun of me and they were making, telling me different stories. And you know, boys will always throw stones and go on with you. And I was crying this one day at school and I told myself, today will be the last day where I will be the victim of so many people. I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to be stronger and basically just uplift my own spirit and basically do positive things for myself in order for people to basically see that I am still me. Doesn't mean because I'm a guy that wants to be a girl, it should be a problem for community. And I worked on myself, and if people were throwing me with stones, I would turn my back or I would throw them back with a stone, because for me it was all about I have to fight back. If I'm not gonna fight back, I'm always gonna be the one laying down there and life is just gonna go on and people are just gonna, you know, basically walk over me. And then I decided I will finish off school, have my matric certificate, because, you know, not so many people in our community have a matric certificate.
Yes, of course, yes.
So for me it was all about having education.
Yes.
And then have a degree in something, empowering myself. And that is why I went to hairdressing school, and also just basically build friendships with people that's a bit more positive than me, so that I can at least become this positive person and just help people that basically needs help.
Please tell us about the support from the family, from friends, when you decided to come out to stand on your feet.
I can thank God that I had a mother that was very supportive.
Oh, wow.
And even a father. Even though my father's been in a wheelchair for the last 30 years, he's always been supportive of my lifestyle. He told me, my child, this is you. And if you are going to live your life, I can't tell you what to do. As long as you are going to be happy, I don't care what any person in the world thinks of you, as long as I'm happy with what you are. And as long as you're making a positive impact in people's life, why should people judge you? And friends obviously come and go, people come and go. Society has always had a problem. The community has always had a problem. But I mean, I can thankfully say that today it's better. I've basically opened up doors for so many girls in our community where they can basically be where they want to be. Because a lot of girls, I mean, there's almost 30 gay girls in Powergood, which is a lot. And most of them come to me for moral support, to support them with certain things, talking to the families. I would go to the mothers, I would go to the fathers. I will tell them, listen, honey, this is your child. And at the end of the day, we are here to basically uplift one another and be there for one another. Because if we can't support each other, how do we expect our families or friends or community or society to support each other?
Oh, what a phenomenal lady I am with today. You've entered in a beauty industry. How did you get the love for the beauty?
Since I've been a little girl or little,
You were
little
supposed
boy.
to be born a girl, I must say that.
Thank you. So basically, since I've been a little boy, I always used to love hair and makeup. So I would do my mommy's hair, and because I've got 4 little sisters, I would play with the hair and I would play with the dolls, because for me it was like, I'm the girl here, I need to play with all these things. And then that is where I got the love for hair, and then I started doing hair. And when I was like 14, 15 years old, the iron was still in, so I would iron people's hair with a normal iron.
A normal
A normal iron. And then from there, I grew up, okay, this is hairdressing. Started my first job when I was 17 years old in the hair industry. Became a shampoo girl, operator. And then I worked for basically 7 years for the same salon, where they basically taught me the basics of hairdressing, how to style, how to cut, how to roll and stuff like that. And I always told myself, I don't see myself as just a normal hairstylist. I see myself as a competition hairstylist.
A role model.
A role model, basically. A very good hairstylist where people can actually look up to me and basically empower girls within my community to say that hair is basically a skill, beauty is a skill, and you can do so many things with it.
You've entered an industry that is mostly run by women, but we are going to take a short break, and when we're coming back, you will please tell us about how long have been your salon and how is it going. But right now, we're just taking a short break.
Okay.
We're just taking a short break. I am having a very phenomenal woman. Thank you so much. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back, and thank you so much for choosing us. If you have just joined us, I am with a phenomenal woman who's doing wonders in her community. Her name is Chante. Ulapha namhlanje uzosixelela yonke into. Ulapha namhlanje uzokuxelela into kokubana ngaba wake up, rise and shine. Be it you are a woman, be it you are a man, rise up and shine. Welcome back. Are you still good?
I'm still very well.
You are still well. Right. Chante, please tell us about your salon. How long have you had it, and why did you decide now to open a salon? Now that you loved hair, you loved beauty, you used a normal iron, a clothing iron. Now you sat down and like, you know what? I'm opening my own salon. You know what? I am entering this industry now. How long has it been?
So I opened up my salon 7 years ago.
7 years.
7 years ago. The reason why I opened up my own salon was I just felt that I needed to do things differently. I wanted to become a competition hairstylist, and for me it was all about, I wanted people to see that I can do certain things that not other people can do. So 7 years ago, I decided, okay, I'm going to open up, start small, where I started off in a little windy house. And then I had a salon in the windy house for 6 months. And then after 6 months, I decided, no, I'm going to go a bit bigger. So I got a little premises in our community, and I decided our community basically need a salon where I can basically empower women, empower men, to show them that basically doesn't mean who you are or where you're coming from, that you can do something with your life and achieve whatever you need to achieve.
Oh, wow.
And then I employed 5 people in my salon, people that's from in the community. And I've told them so many things. Some of them have opened up their own salons today. And the challenges was difficult.
Speaking of the challenges, please tell us about the challenges and how did you overcome them to be a stylist that you are today, to have a salon that you're having today, a successful one, a strong one, and you're still going strong. Tell us about those challenges and how did you overcome them?
I always think, you know, you need to start small. Anything, with everything, you can't go big because when you start small, you can actually see how you're growing.
Yes.
And people would always tell me, oh, your salon is going to be closed in the next 3 months' time, or your salon will be closed in a year's time. You're not well equipped to have this. Our community...
So you need to hear all those
Yes.
words, all those comments, all those negativities.
Yes, people even started breaking in my salon. People were throwing things on top of my roof. But I would tell my staff, girls, we are here. We are here to empower. We are here to make a change. We are here to make a difference in one's life. I can't care what people are going to be thinking about me because I'm seeing myself being there in the next 5 years' time or being there in the next 10 years' time. And for me, it was all about working with a plan, basically getting people into my salon, working with them and empowering them so that people can say, no, but this person is actually making a difference
Is
in the
capable
next
of
person's
this.
life. And that is how it basically worked. And at the same time, I did my trade test exams also, where I could basically teach hairdressing to girls because I told myself, I want to be a teacher in hairdressing. I'm not always going to be young. I'm not always going to have all the energy to be up and down.
Yes.
So by the time I get to a certain age, I would want to at least say, okay, I've left a legacy behind with people doing still the art of hairdressing. It's not an easy trade. People think hairdressing, it's very, very easy. It's a quick money-making thing. You need to know so many things. You need to know how to run a business. You need to know how to work with staff and clients. And you also basically need to know your products because you can't just use any product and any hair type.
And any hair type.
So for me, it was all about, okay, getting to know certain things, getting the right resources, going to different classes, going to a lot of workshops, doing hair competitions, participating in it, so that I can tell myself that I'm good enough for people to see that, no, but this person is actually going somewhere with a dream.
You have not taken that perspective when people, you take serious when they say, oh, she's not capable of this. The only thing that you stick on is what? I cannot control what they think about me and what they say about me. The only thing that I can control is how I respond to them, and how you're responding to them are your actions.
Yes.
You are such an amazing woman. Please tell us more about the training that you are running at your salon. Tell us more about it, the basic training.
Basic training, what we basically do in our salon is I teach basically the operator section where I teach you to wash, do your head massaging, styling treatments at the basin. Then I do the rolling, blow drying, flat ironing, coloring, cutting, Brazilian Botox. We also do the extensions. So we basically do everything in one small little house. We do makeup as well. Then we also do the matric ball girls where I groom them, do the makeup, do the hair. Because I'm a model, I basically give them some dresses, especially if you're underprivileged, because for me, I need to give back to my community. But it also comes with you are going to have to work in order for me to give you. So if you are one of those students that are very underprivileged, but you are not by the means for your matric ball, I basically come out for your matric ball, but I also need to know what type of student you are.
Chante, please tell us what kind of people that attends your training.
The girls, I've got 15 students now at the moment.
15 students, Chante.
15 girls, 15 females.
You're a teacher, Mos.
15.
And you're leaving your legacy now.
I'm leaving my legacy. What I decided was, because there is so many crime in our community and so many drug abuse within our community.
Speak about that.
It's so big.
That.
And it's so, so sad. Also coming from a house where drug has been taking over everything, because my sisters, my brother, my one sister, my two brothers has been on drugs for such a long time. And you know, you lose so many things because it takes so much from you.
Yes.
I've decided that I need to make a difference. So, because of hairdressing and it's my passion, I decided let me do something that's going to be beneficial for
To the community.
and start a rehabilitation development program where I teach them the art of hairdressing and beauty for 6 months. And then after 6 months, we can see if we can basically give you employment or go to different salons. That's what I would love salons to basically approach the salon and ask if there's no girls so that they can also get a job. I mean, most of them are coming from drug abuse. They are in a rehabilitation center. I take them on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and then I teach them.
On that note, Chantal, sorry to cut you there. Let's just take another quick break. We're just going to be back. This is very exciting. This is very motivating show. Make sure that you do not miss. We are going to come back in a short while. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us. And if you have just joined us, I am having a phenomenal woman. She is doing wonders in her community. She's here to tell us more about what she is doing in her community, yet she is transgender. Igama lakhe nguShante. Dear, welcome back, and thank you so much for still being with us. Miss Drag South Africa 2019 finalist. Tell us more about that.
So Miss Drag South Africa is not just any beauty pageant, it's a beauty pageant with a motto. So they're looking for an ambassador that's going to represent the Miss Drag South Africa brand. So what we do is basically, it's more to fight the stigma against the LGBTIQA plus community. It's also for positive role models within the communities. And it's basically to uplift and empower people within different communities and that do different things to basically help save the world, or South Africa, let's put it that way. The reason why I'm doing Miss Drag South Africa this year, it's a platform for me, not only for myself, but also for my project that I'm busy with, where I'm doing the rehabilitation thing that I told you about. It's also a platform to basically uplift and inspire our community, not my community, community, society on the whole. Because I believe Miss South Africa needs to be a role model. She needs to have a heart, a pure heart of love. She needs to basically be the ambassador and basically be there for people that needs help. She needs to be a voice for the voiceless and represent those that cannot represent themselves. And I see myself as a perfect candidate to basically be the brand, the ambassador for Miss Drag South Africa.
Please tell us, can you tell us about the process you went through in the competition to be where you are today? Guys, dear, we are talking of a finalist here. You've went through the process, the whole process. Tell us about the process, the challenges, and how did you overcome them to be where you are today?
So what happened is, because I'm a beauty queen, I've been modeling for a few different competitions. And then I saw the Miss Drag South Africa. I entered it, where they basically, you need to enter, and then they select you as a semi-finalist. After becoming a semi-finalist, then you need to send in some sort of documents. You need to send them things of what you're doing within your community, what type of role model you are, and then they decide to choose the 10 finalists for Miss Drag South Africa. Thank God I was chosen as one of the finalists for Miss Drag South Africa.
You deserved it, I must say that.
Thank you so much. And then what happens when you become a finalist for Miss Drag South Africa, you go on a glam camp for the whole weekend, where you basically do pre-judging, you do your swimsuit, your evening gown, photo shoot. You need to attend certain events, like we did the Mr. Gay World, which was held in the city hall in Cape Town. And then you also need to basically do a video about what you do, about yourself. You also need to have a drop, which is called Drag with a Purpose project. so that you can basically, because that when it comes in, they are looking for not only a beauty queen, but a queen with a motto and a purpose. And then from there, for the next 5 months from there, they basically watch you, what you do. Are you attending certain events? What type of person you are?
Your
They go through
personality, your
everything, your social media
character.
pages.
Oh.
You don't even know
Are
if
you
people
not
are looking at you in your
yourself?
community, and how you represent yourself,
wow.
what you do, where you go, stuff like that.
So
And
you-
then the pageant will be the 4th of October in the Pretoria State Hall.
Speaking of Pretoria, you will be in Pretoria rather.
Yes.
And what rounds will follow then?
Then the evening of the competition, it will be our national costume. It will be a swimwear, it will be your evening wear, and then your Q&A, which is also the biggest part of the competition. And then they choose the queen.
You are the queen.
I am the queen.
Yes, you are the queen. What are you hoping to represent in the Miss Drag 2019?
Because I'm busy with crime-related issues within our
Yes,
community,
yes,
I think that would be
yes,
my
yes.
platform to basically stop the stigma of drug abuse, women abuse, gangsterism. I've seen so many killings within my community. I've seen so many girls selling themselves basically for drugs. It's such a sad thing seeing so many things happening in my
That is
community.
hurting.
And that is the reason why I'm giving these classes with my hairdressing classes to these females within my community so that they can see that there is life out there. You don't have to be on drugs. You don't have to become a drug addict. You don't have to become a gangster.
Oh, wow.
There is life.
There
You
is
need
life
to be
out
positive.
there.
You need to set goals and a vision and a mission for yourself. And that is the things that I'm teaching them. I teach them basically how to do outreach programs where we basically go out into different communities
You need to
to
have
do certain
principles.
things. I teach them basically how to do hand massaging and body massages, so when we go to the blind school, how to work with blind people. Because remember, they can't see but they can feel. I take them to a deaf and dumb school so that they can see certain things. Because remember, it doesn't mean where you're coming from, it's where you're heading to in life. So for me, it's all about empowering those women so that they can become a better person. And from there, I see myself opening up a development skills school. It might not happen in the next year, or it might not happen in the next 6 months, but it's a goal.
Chante, please tell us about other competitions that you've entered, because there are other competitions that you've entered.
I've entered a lot of beauty pageants. I've entered Miss Cape Peninsula. I've entered Miss Pioneer. I entered last year Miss Western Cape, which is also a very big competition.
A very big one.
It's one of the biggest
You're not
competitions
afraid
in
of
the Western.
anything?
I'm not afraid of any competition. I'm not afraid of doing hair competitions. I've won the Western Province hair competition. I've won Dark and Lovely hair competition.
You are left to win Mr. President.
I've been ambassador for College of Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
So for me, it's all about, what you put into the universe, you will get out of the universe. You just need to be positive all the time. Don't let negativity get you down, because once it's going to get you down, it's going to take a very, very long time for some people to pick yourself up. And for me, it's like I take my setbacks and I come and make it into a comeback, basically by doing something that's going to be positive for me.
Oh, wow.
I taught myself you need to love yourself and have confidence in order for
On
you
that
to
note,
basically.
Chantal, sorry to cut you there. On that note, how do we get a hold of you? Just quickly.
You can give me a call on my cell phone. You can go onto my Facebook page, which is Chante Herries. You can go onto Instagram, which is also Chante Herries. And then I've got my page on Facebook. Follow my journey to Chante Herries' journey to Miss Drag South Africa.
Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a very good and fruitful year. Iphela ngolo hlobo ke inkqubo yethu namhlanje inhle injalo yanga ingubo yoxolo nothando inganongamela ndinithanda nonke. Igama lam ndingu Athule Mazolo.
Thank you.